And there is that Xiaoshu Renekton. We were kind of expecting it at some point in the series. I mean, Namara was telling me that he thinks this is the best Renekton in the LPL. So strong vote of confidence, but we knew, like, looking into him, it's one of his most played throughout the year, one of his most played throughout his career. He's super confident on the pick. He's going to be blind picking it here. With the Rumble already gone, one less thing you have to worry about. Honku, we're really going to go for the Victor. Think about the Swain. Veigar, really good pick into Ahri as well.
And into a car.
Think about that Swain, though.
I like Event Horizon, man. That ability is busted as all hell.
We're really gonna, I mean, okay, we're getting Veigar.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little bit more scaling, but the zone control. I mean, you're good with the building names. What's the baby
Event
gauge?
Horizon.
Event Horizon. Did they really call it Event Horizon?
Yeah, because it's like built of dark matter, which is his W.
Is that not the... Oh, that's his W.
And his Q is Baleful Strike, and his ultimate is Primordial Burst.
Okay,
Ready? Come on, come on, come on.
I mean, it's QWER, but it's his E is what is annoying for champions like this to deal with, specifically Ahri, because while she does have a dash, it's not a blink. And there is a key difference between the two, because a blink will help you get out of the Event Horizon, but dash will not. You will in fact be sucked into said Event Horizon and then you will be obliterated. That is kind of the go-to for Veigar. So JDG again going for a front-to-back approach. They do have a little bit more damage coming through from the top side. Their main initiator gonna be coming through from Ginger. Meanwhile for Gen.G, I mean, they've got very similar to what they had before. A little bit more side lane threat, a little bit more of a pick composition. They can leverage their range to kind of chip away at their opposition. But I will say, I think this Veigar does introduce a bit of a spanner into the works just because of the amount of zone control it provides. Now, I'm a big advocate of, have you ever heard of the Jarvan effect? No. You know, the EQ flash ult, yes. I'm in, and then you look behind and your team isn't there. Right, so Vi, when she ults in, Event Horizon drops, Vi now finds herself in a similar position where I've committed to the fight, I'm ready for the follow-up, but the zone control that champion provides then makes it much harder to follow through.
That makes sense.
So we'll see how much of an impact Honku can have on the champ. Again, slow starter. It doesn't really... The problem with picking it with Jarvan is that then they don't really do the same thing. You know, they're kind of... Jarvan wants someone that can support his engage, ready to follow through, ready to follow up. Veigar's more about, I want to sit in my lane and just kind of farm.
But even if you don't kill the enemies, very easy to land your abilities and get your phenomenally evil power stacked.
That is very true.
It's the first time we've seen Veigar in about a year. Last time we saw it at MSI Plains by Knight. It is the first time Honku has ever brought it out in his professional career, as far as we can see. And perhaps it's what JDG need to battle against the Gen.G monolith that took them down in game 1.
Well, let's see. JDG got off to a great start in game 1. I quite like the comp idea from JDG.
Trade. Oh, this is so nice from Vampire and Gala here. Getting the heal out of Duro. He started with the Gleaming Quill, but good Lulu players will do this. They have so much harass at level 1.
And for some international viewers that perhaps only tune into international events, you might be a little bit surprised to see, like, oh, they're using heal this early on. It's become a very common practice pretty much across the world, where you just invest that summoner spell very early to get that trade advantage, but specifically the movement speed that you get, because it helps you just stick onto your target and get those extra couple of hits in so that you can find a nice trade. So already going to see those heals expended in the bot side of the Rift, as both junglers starting on their top side once again, looking for a path towards bot. Keep an eye on Xiaoshu as well, and he's already finding some nice trades into the Gnar matchup. Typically, Gnar favored. Usually it's very difficult for the Renekton to be able to play, but Xiaoshu leveraging his early strength on the Renekton to try and bully out Keen, and at the very least get some control over the wave.
Honku and Chovy just going to be farming up in the early game. Chovy will be waiting for Canyon's ability to come across and really harass down Honku.
Now in game 1, remember it was Chovy that built the Rod of Ages. Ooh, hang on a minute, Ginger.
It's a sneaky peeky. He's going to get spotted on that ward. I think no pings. The ward expired. Where are you going, Ginger? You're going all the way around? No, so he's going to put the ward down to spot Canyon on this red. He'll take the Krugs and then maybe look for the gank towards the bottom side. Could also EQ in and smite when Canyon doesn't expect it to be taken.
Will Duro spot him?
I mean, Duro needs to get to lane, because Ruler is stuck under his tower here. Duro needs to run across. Okay, Krugs taken.
Ginger did a really good...
Ginger, he goes in!
He loses the red buff, though.
Canyon gets the red buff. Ginger didn't smite, just jumped across, and Canyon's like, okay, I'll take the small Krug.
I love the Yumi emote, though. He was like, why is there a Jarvan here? Was not expecting that. Wow, okay, so love the idea. Doesn't quite secure the red buff, though. Would have been big if he had been able to secure it. His jungle clear now heavily slowed down. Canyon losing out on a camp sucks for him, but that bot Scuttle Crab now open for taking. Could be a double crab situation.
It could also be an invade. Like, Gen.G have the push coming out from bot side. Gala and Vampire a little bit low.
It's risky, though. There's no point,
risky,
really.
But
I think for, you just... Ginger, you're not going to get this. There's no way. Okay, so yeah, so you're just going to get double crabbed.
Yep.
So that's the downside of all of this. By losing the red buff, you basically don't have the opportunity to go and contest the crab. And the fact that they had that bot push, I prefer this play from Canyon because you can get the top crab, go back to base, immediately start full clearing once again. And yeah, I think that just from a tempo perspective, it makes way more sense for Canyon.
You're right. You're right. I just like invade. Vedi, if there's a possibility of action,
yeah,
that's what I like to see.
No, that's fair enough. And Duro, he created a slow push here in the bot lane as well, so that's also going to be pushing towards them. The mid lane has been a little bit action-packed. I wanted to talk earlier about how for Veigar, we often see Rod of Agents. And I think, again, for the same reasons, it just makes you more durable. Yeah. And remember that the thing about Veigar is you just continue to passively stack up the damage from your Q. So that when you do get those last hits, your AP ends up going up. And so going for Rod of Ages, it's just like a very mega scaling type of build. And you reach a certain point where you just hit like a truck. Yeah. You just hit really, really hard. And so, but it also just increases your survivability.
Gala caught out here, needs to get away. Polymorph down onto Ruler, flash away from Gala. And they will take that exchange.
I mean, you see
with
how
a great grand entrance.
Significant levels are in the bot lane 2 versus 2. Being level 3 versus level 4, those just that extra stats that you get, really giving you a big advantage and really hitting the hurt down in the bot lane 2v2. Not a huge difference in terms of the farm. Meanwhile, Chovy, he is building a bit of an advantage. What you need to do on Ahri in this matchup is you just kind of perma-push. You trade mana to get control over the wave, to shove as quickly as you can, with the sole intention of forcing the wave underneath the tower, because it's much harder for Veigar to be able to last it underneath his tower. He wants time to just queue those minions, last it as often as he can, so Chovy doing the right thing and just perma-shoving that wave underneath the tower, making it harder for Honku to do just that.
Ginger spotted here by the Scryer's Bloom. Canyon's going to jump across onto the Jarvan, just forcing him low before this Scuttle Crab fight begins.
Oh, it's spawning on the top side. So
oh, that it is. No Scuttle Crab. Dragon fight, though. Slightly larger Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, somewhat. We'll use the smite early. Knows that he's going to get it off cooldown soon. With the bot lane control and the mid lane control, Ginger really can't contest this. Will that stop him from contesting it, though? We're about to, yeah, I mean, your Jinx is going back to base. Yeah. I think there's not much of a contest here. But again, like, we kind of expected this. This is why I was a little bit skeptical of Jarvan plus Veigar, because Veigar really doesn't like get lane control. So there's not much that the Jarvan, who's not the best skirmisher, especially against Devi, can do. So you're just kind of at the mercy of whatever Canyon wants to do, really, and Canyon is taking full advantage of that. And the invade, nice idea, but ends up backfiring quite significantly. Ginger, though, on his way to level 6, going to be working towards that. Polymorph, nice damage onto Duro.
Duro was trying to hug the top side of the bush to avoid the Glitter Lance hitting onto Ruler, who was backing in the second bush, but he was just in range. So Ruler's back was stopped. He loses a little bit of time in terms of coming back to the lane. In time, the wave is going to crash in. You can see Gala here will step up to Duro to make sure that at least a couple of these minions, one or two, die before Ruler can get back.
Gala's already just gone back to base, so Vampire, he needs to skedaddle ASAP. The good news is that Duro's also going to go back to base. Gala, though, successfully pushing that wave underneath. Going to do another recall.
What's he going?
What gold does he have? I was going to say, he just spent his gold. I don't think there's much for him to do. The wave is now kind of in an awkward spot. He's just got to tank it up, got to accept it.
Yeah, we'll push into him. His cannon minion was dying a lot quicker than Ruler's, so eventually that wave will begin to crash in with Ruler farming it up. Canyon here just getting vision control up towards the top side, but a relatively slow early game between these two teams. As you said, like, not getting pushed out of mid means that Gen.G is kind of muted in the early game, and Jahu and Keen just very happy to trade into each other consistently on top side, but neither of them really have a huge amount of kill threat, especially with plated steel caps being the first item they both complete.
Yeah. Makes a ton of sense for both sides of the matchup. One for mitigating the poke and one for mitigating the all-in. So both top laners happy to farm. Renekton with a small gold deficit and a small CS deficit, but nothing too significant. Vision control is immaculate for Gen.G on the top side of the rift. You can just see wards littered across the river and into the entrances, along with one controller, which is getting cleared out right now. Duro, I mean, he has gone back to base, but he, well, doesn't have any wards left. I guess he hasn't.
He hasn't upgraded as well.
Yeah, he hasn't got the upgrade.
So,
yeah. I was like, kind of a little bit surprised, but.
I mean, it's a little bit harder for the Rakan to like walk up and auto the minions.
That's fair.
Whereas the Lulu just gets to stand there and say, okay, you're stepping. Okay, cool, I'll auto attack you, get my World Atlas procs. Has those wards already stacking up. 5 seconds before we have the grubs spawning, but it looks like Gen.G want to bring their attentions down towards this bottom side. Clear out vision once again, make sure that Ginger, it just can't really do anything on the map. You can see so much vision control through both sides of the river, top and bot for Gen.G. Where does Ginger go?
Sorry, none of you saw that, but Medic just knocked a bottle of water off the side of the caster desk. Dramatic fashion.
The gesticulation happening there.
Yes,
Sometimes it just,
accurately, yes. Oh, truly stupendous.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Ooh, there it is, the Event Horizon, the first of many.
I doubt it was the first.
It was an uneventful Horizon, one could
good
say.
One, man. Good one.
Twirling my
Bring it to me,
there.
bring it to me.
Bring what to you, Medic?
The Horizon, buddy.
But it was uneventful.
Yeah, but bring me the Horizon.
Oh, I see you've made another clever joke about the band. Bring me the Horizon. Well done, good sir. Well done. I can feel the audience riveting at our clever puns.
They're entirely riveted right now.
Now, Grub's begun. Becoming more British the more I cast with you, man.
Quite.
I don't think
what ho! What light through yonder window breaks?
The problem is, Medic, we've got a Veigar in mid. Can we get a stack check, perhaps? Maybe
it's 73, you can see it on the screen.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
completely forgot we had that feature.
Canyon gets the second. Meanwhile, on the top side, a bit of a fight happening as Keen and Xiaoshu continue to trade. The flash in cease and desist. Xiao, who doesn't have support of 420 gold, goes over to Canyon for first blood.
A nice punish from Gen.G. Xiaoshu going for a bit of an all-in when his team can't really support him. And he was doing pretty well in the 1v1, but the moment Canyon arrived, changed the dynamic, and things don't quite go your way. Duro doing what he often does, snuck his way into the jungle. Now Keen
has flash, polymorph, flag and drag, and down goes the nut. Good play from Vampire there, flashing forward to make sure Keen didn't have a route to escape.
Absolutely, love that play. Chovy taking a bit of a nasty trade there. I have to imagine that this one was eventful. And Honkyu was able to get the combo off, and now he has to back because an ult from Honkyu puts him in kill range. Yeah. So TP gonna come through. Come on, you can land it, Honkyu. There it is. Oh, nice combo.
Good damage, good damage.
That's just a taster of what's to come. More damage will continue to mount. Ooh, nice sidestep there from Ruler. No support, given that Vampire was sitting top lane making that play, means the Gala are going to be zoned away from a lot of farm. And Gen.G, without really doing much, have amassed a 1.4k gold lead.
Yes, I mean, they have won every lane.
Yeah, it's kind of the frustrating thing when you're playing against the best team in the world, when they kind of just have all the best players, they just kind of passively just win.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Yeah, Ruler has a 20 CS lead.
Yeah, it's like,
And part of that as well, like Vampire roaming across. Vampire, the only one on JDG who currently has a bit more gold in his pockets than his enemy number. Drake is up. Vampire and Ginger trying to team up to gain control around it. Sundered Sky completed on both the junglers. And
now, have you seen this statistically best build on Jinx?
No.
Hex Optics into Phantom Dancer.
Okay.
Into then either a Last Whisper item or Infinity Edge.
Okay, I see the vibe.
It's just
Optics got buffed slightly.
It was a while ago, I thought. I don't know. On this
it
patch,
was one of the previous 2 patches, I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean. By, sorry, when I say a while ago, we were selling 26.3 for ages.
Yeah,
so
my head is that was the last patch, but obviously we've had 2 since then.
Yeah. But you're right. It did get buffed, and Jinx, we've just been seeing it more as a first item. It's become more common. We saw it from Diablo yesterday. And I mean, if we're thinking about that, all JDG need is a pentakill on Jinx.
Yes.
And easy dub.
We saw it yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
Diablo and Gala, they share at least 2 letters of their names. And Gala, I mean, Gala is the pentakill king. Right? He's the pentakill prince. I've demoted him slightly, but his alliteration is better. We all remember the Sheen with the Gala call on that.
This dragon, I believe, is uncontestable.
Nothing is truly uncontestable, Betty.
He's going
flag and drag, he smikes it, he contests it! And there's the knock-up on the Canyon as well. Cease and desist onto the backline as Duo looks for the engage, but Canyon might be the first to fall in the fight for Gen.G. They did manage to pick up Honkyu. Chovy still looking for the chase. Gala running away, but the charm landing from Chovy means it is a 3-for-1 exchange for Gen.G.
They do get the dragon, but it costs them a lot. Honkyu was very isolated from his team. And Chovy saw that as an opportunity. He pounced onto Hongq, caught the Veigar out of position, and didn't give him an opportunity to move. Meanwhile, Canyon survives for so long. Look at the difference here. So Canyon is able to get his ultimate off. He creates a bit of space. Meanwhile, Hongq dead immediately. So while Canyon's doing all this damage on the backline, surviving for all this time, the rest of Gen.G then arrive to offer assistance. Chovy gets a double, connects the charm, and they end up converting it into a third one. Chovy finds himself with 2 kills, Ruler with 1, and now look at that goal difference. A single dragon that was supposed to be an opportunity for JDG opens up one for Gen.G.
Canyon now 4th all-time in assists, 1,250 internationally. Wow. Incredibly impressive from this guy that continues to level up across his career. 2026, having an absolute stormer so far.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it in the previous game. It felt like that towards the end of the year, he felt like he was tapering off a little bit, not having the strongest performance relative to expectations at the very least. But coming into 2026, this man has been on a mission. He is performing excellently, earning that finals MVP. And of course, already winning player of the game after game 1. Strong start to first stand, a 3K gold lead. Chovy, fishing for a charm, doesn't quite find it though.
Gen.G able to walk away. Okay, buddy.
Yes.
Hard question for you.
Okay.
How many stacks does Hongq need?
Well, hang on.
They do get the knockup onto Duro, and there's another stack for Hongq.
He needs more.
Okay, he's got 124 right now. Xiaoshu just winning! The 1v1 against Keen gets a solo kill.
Okay, I see where the best Renekton in the LPL comes from. You know?
I get that vibe. I get that vibe.
Solo kill onto Keen. Very well done from Xiaoshu. Up on the top side. Definitely swings the momentum a little bit. The gold very much still in favor of Gen.G, but Hongq getting that kill. I think like there was a 1.2k gold advantage for Chovy. Nice swing for Hongq, ticking over to level 11.
Clitterlance for the slow
No, they can't overcommit here. They don't have enough information,
yeah,
especially where Canyon is.
Gala.
Speaking of.
Gala has flash, Vault Breaker, knock up from the Wild Growth, Flame Chompers down, cease and desist forward, and now the chase continues for Gen.G. They thought they'd backed away in time, but JDG still caught out Gala Falls.
I mean, this is the problem for anyone playing against Gen.G. Anyone on their team can get Harry. And so, yes, you get a solo kill on the top side. Well done, Xiaoshu. But when we have a look at the Coinbase gold grind, you can see that, sure, the gold is even in the top lane. It is even. Whereas for Ruler, it is not even.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, TP flank. The Veigar TP flank. Okay.
Chovy does have flash and has Spirit Rush. And yeah, okay, Hongq. That's a farming TP as the Vitoad secured here for Gen.G. And they will just back away from the fight.
I was about to say that was uncontestable again. And
hey, they got the last one. The last time you said that.
Was it worth it?
No, it's still contestable, you know.
Okay, we're getting into semantics.
Right now.
Yeah. Right.
Right now, Gen.G, a little bit of a cheat code as Gala forced away by Ruler, the ex-JDG player.
They get the tower bot, they get the tower mid.
It's every second Drake, man. Like, the second Drake happens, flash forward with the Cataclysm, but this Jarvan is a mile away from the rest of his team. Ruler, they're going to get caught out by Xiaoshu, and the chase continues. Shut down to Gen.G. Duro next, JDG collapse, and managed to find 2. Chovy recalling, should be able to escape. Keen able to force JDG away.
Okay, so Xiaoshu, I love the use of the TP there to create a flank. That engage from Gen.G felt way too deep. It felt like that was an ambitious play, especially with Gala having no HP. But they're able to make it work. They find 2 kills. They get a shutdown onto Ruler as well.
I think he was just there, by the way. I'm not sure he teleported.
Oh, you're right. He didn't TP.
Yeah, I think he was just there.
Actually, let's have a look back at the minimap. Yeah, he actually just went the long way around. Look at the minimap. You can see him finding the loop around. They're sitting on a ward. The flash engage comes through, connects onto 3. Xiaoshu pops the ulti early, finds Ruler. I think this second kill, they should have tried to give to Gala. But you know what? Xiaoshu right now is doing all the work, so sure, take that kill.
I mean, sure. Unexpected. Can we say that on the podcast? So, still a 2k gold lead for Ruler. Drake up. It'll only be the second of the game for either team.
This is uncontestable, Medic.
I don't think it is, Veddy. Xiaoshu's on his way down. Chovy is already in the mid lane. Gen.G will take it.
Yeah.
It was contestable, but didn't need to be contested.
No, it was uncontestable,
okay, sure,
I'm telling you. So, let's take a look at the game state, because honestly, it's better than it was. Xiaoshu has proven that I am now a threat that you have to be cautious of. And Gen.G definitely feels hesitant, so they're sending 4 people to top lane. And they're saying, you know what? Fine, let's play the numbers game. And the problem is, without any mid tower, there's not much they can really do to threaten.
Xiaoshu with the dominance. Juro going to dance away with that battle. Dance Drift out charges in, and there's the tower. That's all Gen.G really wanted out of the exchange.
Yep, they'll be happy with that. Extend the gold lead a little bit more. They got the ulti out from Xiaoshu as well, so less of a scary threat. That mid wave, though, this is the problem. Gala can't approach it.
Yeah.
He cannot go anywhere near it. The threat of a canyon collapse is just too lethal.
Nor can Hongyu, really. Like,
I mean, you're right.
One event horizon does not deal with the geometry that is a Vi and an Ahri.
Absolutely. So they're going to have to play it safe. TP. What's our game plan here? Oh, mid lane is the game plan.
Yep. Gala steps up. And here goes Chovy. Ruler looking for it as well. Juro in with the quickness. Vampire with a great wild growth. As Juro can't connect, Vampire will still die. Ginger and Gala force towards the top side. Cease and desist onto Gala. No matter what he does to try and escape, there is no way away. A blast cone back from Juro. You activated his fight or flight response. And Rakan is a flightless bird. He wants to fight as Gen.G continue to force JDG low.
JDG, they're just getting the runaround. Like, we just talked about how dangerous it is to approach that wave, and it's like, why aren't you playing safe, Gala? And he's like, I had my whole team here, man! I had my whole team here! And Chovy just says, I don't care. Engages beautifully. He doesn't connect the charm to Vampire. Vampire with his fancy feet buys a lot of time, but that's all he bought, really. That's all he could do. Delay the inevitable. And then Duro just adding insult to injury. So a nice engage comes through from Chovy. The follow-up from Ruler and Duro. They catch out Vampire. And you're thinking, okay, this is the end of the play. But Canyon hasn't arrived yet. Flashes in, connects the ult. And then the follow-up damage means that there's no way for Gala to get out either. And then look at this. He goes over the wall. Blast comes him back in. Chovy wasn't even expecting that. Still gets the kill.
Yeah, what do you do against that? Tabe there, you see, struggling to find a formula to take down Gen.G, as so many teams have done this year and across the last few years. And now Gen.G 6,000 gold ahead, 2.5 items complete on Ruler, Chovy the same.
I mean, here's the thing though, like, I think they picked too much scaling.
Sure.
Right, and oh yeah, that's a flash gone. Your idea is solid. I quite like the draft in isolation, but if you don't do anything against Gen.G, then they do this.
Yes.
They just take everything, and you kind of need to be able to contest them at some point, because if you don't, they'll just run rampant. And the fact that you've got one dragon at the very least buys you a little bit more time. But now you're looking at Hongyu and you're like, are you nearly done?
202 stacks, Betty.
Can we finish the scaling part now? Is that possible? Looks like he's working towards Zonya's. The Rod of Ages is very nearly complete. Canyon stealing camps away from Ginger. It's a rough one for JDG as they find themselves 6k gold behind.
They just have no vision past like their raptor pits. There's nothing even superficially towards the river or into the Gen.G side of the jungle, and now Baron an option for Gen.G. A minute 20 before we see the next Drake. Ginger diving in onto Ruler, cease and desist. Cataclysm flash away from Ginger just to escape, and he goes back in!
What was the plan there, Ginger? What was the plan? Because I don't quite see it. They now have a Baron angle, and they're going to duo it. They don't even need Chovy. He's still sitting top lane. He can collapse at any point, but with no smite threat, Gen.G's not afraid.
Hongyu poking his nose and prodding. He's not going to find anyone. Maybe we'll catch Chovy if he walks around. Xiaoshu here as well. While the rest of JG begin to collapse, but that Baron already down to, well, it's dead. Gen.G have taken it. Chovy dives in, and look at the damage immediately. Good double knockup coming out from Duro, as Xiaoshu and Hongyu will fall. Gala and Vampire can only watch as Gen.G collapse again and take out their mid and top.
I mean, the death from Ginger has now completely broken the game. Gen.G were already in a winning position, but now with the Baron, they might be looking for another sub 25-minute win. They don't quite have the waves just yet, but that mid tower is soon to fall. Chovy's farming more plates in the top lane. This Ahri is level 15, and that gold, the experience gap is going to close once Hongyu finishes the Rod of Ages, but I think it's too little, too late. Gen.G, they took control of this game and they have not let it go.
have a look at it again. Chovy here just playing the longest flank, finds the charm.
So easy. Nice charm connects. The flash over the wall from Honku. He still ends up dropping. And Xiaoshu, the scariest member on the side of JDG, falls like paper.
Yeah. I was hoping for a Medjais from Chovy. He's gone for the Storm Surge instead. Still a ton of damage coming out from him. Infinity Edge complete for Ruler. Gala nowhere near really that third item. Honku still yet to complete his Zhonya's. The only person within like 800, 900 gold of their opposite man is Vampire. And yes, Ardent Sensor and Mikhail was great items on a Lulu, but you kind of need your carries to be in a position to use them. And they're not right now.
I mean, oh, hang on.
Chovy's committed Spirit rushing forward.
A bit deep there.
And they just walk away. Like, Keen can push in bot side. JDG need 5 players to try and deal with this. Chovy using the last portion of the Spirit Rush. Does get zapped. There's a flank position here for Xiaoshu as well. Canyon looking for the engage. Junja going on to that backline duo with the knockup. Ruler forced away. TP coming in from Keen as he wants to join the fray. Ruler might fall here, but Gen.G dive in and protect him. The Gleaming Quill to heal everything onto Ruler. And there's the Gnar back from Keen. JDG once again thought they found one, but Gen.G will not let a man fall. They'll chase into the base. The Primordial Burst enough to kill off Canyon, but Honku pays for it with his life.
JDG tried their best to lock down Ruler. They sent everything in the kitchen sink to secure that kill, but it wasn't enough. Sub 25 minutes, they will ace JDG, and for the second game in a row, will look to stomp them here at first stand.
It's just a demolition. Gen.G. The series might be under in less than 90 minutes. 2-0 now. We'll see what they can do in game 3.
Gen.G. I mean, often teams, when they're given these expectations, aren't always to deliver. But my goodness, are Gen.G delivering. They are here to make a statement at first stand. And they are slaughtering the second seed from the